everybody's ready. Come on in. Come on then, big walkies. Can we please leave the poor Fezzy alone? No, he does not need backup. No, absolutely not. Said pheasant is in tree. Oh, I don't want to scare him. Boys, leave the pheasant alone. Go, Fezzy. Fly, Fezzy, fly. Fly, Fezzy. Oh, thank goodness for that. Boys, leave it alone. See, they do not run very fast. Oh, thank goodness for that. Good morning, my angels. I hope you're all really well and welcome back to my YouTube channel. This is a kind of like typical morning routine for me. As you saw, I woke up bright-eyed and bushy-tailed, headed off to a Reformers Pilates class. Well, actually, I haven't been to Reformers in a little while. I actually haven't been to Reformers since just before we went to Mallorca. So that really has been a long time and something that I've just been desperate to get back into my everyday, almost certainly a few times a week. And then as you saw today, I don't think it really knows what's happening. At one moment there's some blue skies and some sunshine, and the next it's sort of drizzling rain. But took the boys for a little walk, and I kind of actually took myself for a walk actually, walking through those woods looking for Lancelot. I'm telling you, that little boy is like Houdini. I look away for 1 second, vanished, absolutely vanished. So it then took me about half an hour, 40 minutes before I found him. Anyway, I'm back after what was meant to be a relaxing dog walk that most certainly wasn't. And I gotta be honest, I'm a little bit behind schedule today, but something that I absolutely love and something that I have done with you a few times before is my green juice. But I just thought that I would come on and chat to you guys whilst making it. So today, kind of my green juices really depend upon what is in my fridge. Today it's looking a little bit depressing. I've got some dodgy looking carrots, a cucumber that has most certainly seen better days, a knob of ginger, some celery and some blueberries. I actually think I'm going to save the blueberries for some breakfast later on in the week. So I'm going to make a really fresh and healthy green juice. It just kind of like starts the day as we mean to go on. And then, like I said, today is actually a really busy work day. I'm actually by myself today, which doesn't happen that often, which is, I shouldn't say this, I mean, I absolutely adore the girls, but you know when you're by yourself and there are certain jobs that you've been kind of like putting off. So today is a little bit of an admin day, and kind of those jobs I haven't got round to because there's just been 101 other things. But anyway, let's get this juice started. It's a bit of a noisy machine, but it kind of starts my day as we mean to go on. And I can't tell you, I have been feeling so good recently. My skin has been literally glowing. My energy levels are insane. And I think there are a few things that are really you know, the reason why I feel so good. And the juice is most certainly one of them. Last little bit of ginger in. I literally use the entire vegetable because all of the vitamins and nutrients are literally at the root of the vegetables. And voila. It definitely does take some getting used to. I always giggle at the thought of making Anna try my green juice, and definitely some are better than others. I would definitely recommend that if it is kind of your first time trying green juice, then add a pear or an apple because it will sweeten it up for you. But you know those ones that you buy on the high street, like Joe and the Juice and these juice bars, the amount of sugar in them, quite honestly, it's so bad for you. So they're sort of like, the marketing of it will never fail to just bewilder me, but obviously they market these things as such healthy juices. However, the amount of sugar in them, it's just a no-go for me. But anyway, this is kind of the start to my sort of healthy dream mornings. And this is gonna go in here. And I just need a glass straw. I'm gonna let that drip for a little while. Where are my glass straws? Not in there. Glass straws are down here. So with the winter being well and truly here, these are just a few things that I do to ensure that I am like fighting fit and feeling like Superwoman. And actually something I wanted to talk to you about. Do you know what? I make my green juice and this is my everyday. Sometimes not as late as this because I have for 45 minutes been running around screaming, Lancelot! And yes, it was a little bit of a Fenton situation. He is so naughty. He literally cocks a deafen and just runs the other direction. And anyway, ooh-sa. So normally my morning routine is wake up, do the dogs, reformer, get home, green juice, sip away, take my vitamins, and then my work day starts. So I get a little bit of green juice in my tummy and then I take my vitamins. And actually that's something I wanted to talk to you about because I feel like the concoction that I'm currently on is literally the very reason why, one, I've not got sick, two, my skin is literally glowing. I mean, I'm gonna come really close to you. I mean, close and personal. I also don't want to wipe anything on that. But literally stunning. I think good skincare, water, and exceptional vitamins. The recipe to feeling fabulous. So let's actually go and sit down. I'm going to talk you through this because it's something you need to know. I've added just a touch of ice to just really chill it. It's almost like a mocktail. Added a little bit of basil, who's sort of slowly sinking in there. But you literally get to a point where you actually really start to enjoy the taste. Absolutely scrumptious. Now, for those of you who have subscribed to my YouTube channel for a while, you will know about Wild Nutrition. I harp on about them all the time, and I've been using Wild Nutrition supplements and vitamins for probably about a year now, and I am obsessed. If you guys don't know about Wild Nutrition, then it is the most remarkable supplement and vitamin brand founded by the most incredible entrepreneurial female boss called Henrietta Norton. And she had this undefining passion and need to change our lives through nutrition. And when I first read about the brand, there are just the most unbelievable things about it. One, the fact that she is a female founder. Two, that she is an expert in her own field, best-selling author. It is a female-founded brand that formulates for females. And I mean, that to me was something that I think is extremely important. You know, women are actually formulating these supplements and vitamins to ensure that we feel our absolute best. And really there is something for everybody, no matter what you're going through. And as women, you know what, we have to go through a lot, and that's before sort of everyday life. And whether it's autumn, winter, and our immunity and catching colds, you know, we go through pregnancy and we've got hormones, we're premenopausal, we might not have as much energy as we used to. And really their supplements are designed to help you live your absolute best life, no matter what scenario you might be going through. So I've been on a little bit of a concoction of supplements, and actually some of these I don't take every day. It literally depends upon how I'm feeling, or what day I might have, or what week I might have. And so they have the most unbelievable supplements for any scenario. Now, something I would highly recommend that you do is take the 60-second quiz. They ask the most fascinating questions that really target what you might need. And then they also offer a free 15-minute consultation speaking to an expert. Definitely take them up on that, because you can talk about you and what you might be going through and what you're feeling, whether you might be slightly tired or fatigue, or whether you feel as though you're not getting enough sleep, whether you could be supported maybe in a way, maybe you keep catching colds, all of that malarkey. You might be going through the menopause and getting hot flushes and all of those awful things that as women we have to go through every single day. I'm telling you, World Nutrition is going to be that hug, and basically the thing you're going to take to feel like Superwoman. So just to kind of talk you through what I'm personally on, as I said, I'd highly recommend to speak to the consultant and get your World Nutrition recipe as such. But something that I love and is an absolute must, part of my absolutely every single day, is magnesium. Now, this food grown magnesium has so many different pros and cons. One, it actually helps me fall asleep. So I take 2 capsules before I go to bed, and I've massively noticed a difference in how long it takes me to actually fall asleep. It makes me sleep so much better. I wake up in the morning actually feeling revitalized. Also keeps me regular. I know it's a bit of a taboo subject, but we're all humans and we all go to the loo for a number 2, and it most certainly just really helps keep me, as I said, regular and on time, which for me is an extremely important thing. It also helps with your bones, your muscles, your teeth. Really, I could go on and on and on about magnesium. It's such a fantastic supplement to have as part of your every single day routine, so I couldn't recommend it enough. Now, something I actually don't take every day, it really depends upon the type of day or maybe week that I'm having. If I've got, you know, some back-to-back events or back-to-back shoots, I'm burning the candle at both ends. Hopefully I'm getting enough sleep because of the magnesium, but something I do take on to sort of be on form for those really important days where I need to have lots of energy is energy support. To try and like sum up what I think energy support is like, it's like having a quadruple espresso. Instead of having that like spike in energy, it is a constant level-headed energy support. It really helps with my clear thinking, energy levels throughout the entire day, but it doesn't keep me awake at night. This I could scream from the rooftops about. It's absolutely exceptional. Now, 2 of my secret weapons that are part of my everyday, one being the Complete Beauty Support, which helps, do you know what, this has got hyaluronic acid in it, it's got collagen, it helps my nail growth, my hair growth. I really do believe that this is what is making my skin, you know, tight, glowing. I just feel fantastic from the inside out, and I definitely think that that is something, you know, with the natural botanical food growth mixed in with vitamin C, collagen, antioxidant rich nutrients. You know what, it's no wonder why that this is a bestseller and they actually struggle to keep it stocked. So I couldn't recommend that enough. And then kind of the Knight in Shining Armor, which is my daily multi-nutrient. Obviously we are now in autumn winter. Kids are back at school, probably coming home with goodness gracious knows what bugs. It's cold, it is definitely flu season, and this is the reason I personally think why I haven't yet got sick. I am most certainly burning the candle at both ends, long hours in the cold. I mean, the other evening we were shooting until 10 o'clock at night, and I didn't have a coat on, freezing cold. And obviously we were shooting a campaign, but I really do think that this is kind of like the demons that are fighting off any of the bacterias. Now, if there was a supplement that you just wanted to try to give it a go, this would be it. It really helps support my hormones, my mental clarity, my immune system. I definitely believe in seasonal living. As I said, it's cold outside, there's a flu going around, the colds. You want to support your body and your immune system the very best way in which you can. It also helps with, you know, nail, hair growth. I would personally recommend the Complete Beauty if that is your priority. It's also got ashwagandha in it. They do also have ashwagandha plus. So if that is something that you think makes a huge difference to you, then I would actually recommend having the ashwagandha plus on top of this, but it has actually got it in there. So if you haven't tried ashwagandha, then give this a go first because it does contain it. But I just love the fact that this is all food grown. They are taking 100% of the plant and making something absolutely remarkable with it. As I said at the very beginning, it is a company full of expert women that are formulating these very supplements for women, and I'm obsessed, absolutely obsessed. So I take 2 of the daily multi-nutrients. I don't actually think I need my ashwagandha today, and I don't think I need my energy support today. I am feeling fighting fit. I'm gonna save my magnesium for bedtime, and for ease, I actually keep these at my bedside table. And then, ooh, excuse me, it's the green juice. I am going to take 2 of these, and they're in these little capsules. What you can actually do, and sometimes I do it because I'm not great at swallowing pills as such, but actually these slide down a treat. But sometimes what I do, if I just don't fancy it and I'm making a shake, you probably could pop it in your juice, but I would actually recommend just actually twizzling the capsules and popping it into a smoothie. But there goes. And trust me, for somebody who really doesn't like taking capsules or pills or vitamins or supplements, I think it's like the type of little capsule they're in. You don't really feel them, they literally just glide down my gullet. So attractive. Now, I also want to stress that these supplements are not for people who are just my age, and I know there is such a vast age range on my YouTube channel, and a large percentage of you might be going through menopause, and actually it's a brand that I've got my mum hooked on. And as it is Menopause Awareness Month, I feel like my mum had a little bit of, well, there's no way of sugarcoating it. My mum had a real shocker of a menopause, mostly because of actually her cancer treatments. She was sort of catapulted into the menopause. So my mum has stripped of her estrogen. But for those of you who are going through the menopause or might be premenopausal, the vitamins that they do to support you are absolutely phenomenal. And I think it's really, really important to know that you're losing estrogen, not your mind, for one. Number 2, say yes to a powerful transition. And number 3, say yes to nature's infinite intelligence. Feel brighter, wiser, glow, and feel literally lit from within. And let that fire, grow brighter by these unbelievable food grown supplements. Anyway, I feel like I've walked on for ages about these, but they truly are exceptional for all ages, like I said, for all reasons that you might be going through, and to sort of like champion Menopause Month. It's also Breast Cancer Awareness Month, so another thing to scream from the rooftops about, and something I will never ever stop talking about, whether it's Friday and to be shaking your tits, and today sadly is not a Friday, but to also check them and feel them and get close and personal with yourself to ensure that you are checking yourself and doing all of the right things to ensure that you feel your absolute best. And now to the best bit, and a discount code I don't think I've ever had, literally ever had. Wild Nutrition have offered me 50% off to give to you guys. Mind blown. So if ever there was a time where you thought, I just don't feel like I used to, or I don't feel quite that my energy levels are right, or my hormones might be going, you might have a teenage daughter that just needs to be leveled out, or you might be going through the menopause and might be thinking, ah! Trust me, give it a try. Use my discount code. If you use Wild Leonora, I will leave it on screen right now so that you can see it as well as hear it. But if you use Wild Leonora, that will get you 50% off your first 3 months subscription. You can pause it at any time, you can cancel it at any time. And another great thing about the subscription, and something that I am very guilty of, is I forget to order things. It's supplements and dog food, two things that are absolutes in my household, are both on subscriptions, so you can ensure that you're never going to run out of them, and you're going to get 50% off, which to me is amazing. So I just wanted to share a little bit about my everyday, what vitamins I take. It's probably questions that I get a lot of questions from you guys, and I will get my mum to note down. First and foremost, she is a big Ashwaganda queen. She also takes the Magnesium, and she's also on, I think, what's called the Menopause complex. Actually, something I was telling you about the other day, and when I got really quite emotional about my girlfriend who is pregnant with twins, she was on the fertility supplement. I'm not quite sure what it was called, but I'll leave it on screen right now, what that was called. So if you are going through your own fertility journey, then one, I'm always here, and you can always chat to me, because I know as women it's something, and I don't know why, but it's something that we don't talk about, and hopefully with social media it's something that we will talk about a lot more, and know that I'm here to support you, but so is Wild Nutrition. And she was on Wild Nutrition supplements, and it might have been that extra little sum while she was doing some. Anyway, enjoy. Please let me know what you get, and in like a month's time, well, you will feel it most certainly before that. The energy support, you'd think I'd taken some today, wouldn't you? But I think it's a combination between my multi-nutrients, getting some good sleep, and my green juice that's making me feel fighting fit and ready for a day at home. I have got some to-do list. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to finish the rest of my green juice. I might even have a top up, and then I've actually got to unbox a load of things, and actually I need to put together the Luxury by Leonora hamper for this month, so I thought we could do that together. And then I probably actually need to make some lunch. I bought all of the ingredients to make my miso soup. It's just one of those hearty and delicious soups that is absolutely scrumptious. So we might, if I get enough time, make that together. So cheers with a bit of green juice, and I'll see you guys in a little bit. We are down in the dog room, because kind of this is where all of the packages come, as you guys know, and it's actually where all of our Luxury by Leonora hampers are. So they are all beautiful handmade wicker hampers. They have the branding on it and my logo at the top, and they're just really something special, and a way that I am able to thank one of you guys. And basically, for those of you who are new here, I gift one of these a month to one of you. And basically all you have to do is make sure that you have subscribed. And there are still so many people out there, it bewilders me, that think subscribing you have to pay something. You don't. Being a subscriber is free, and it just lets you know that when a YouTube vlog has gone live, it will send you a notification to say that I have a new YouTube vlog live, or a short, or maybe a community post, and it just lets me know that you guys are enjoying the content. So you have to subscribe, you have to go over to Instagram, follow me on Instagram, and then go and find the Luxury by Leonora hamper reel. Now my job today is to fill it and then tomorrow we are filming it. So fingers crossed I've been able to edit that quick enough that it will be live on Instagram. Yeah, I should be able to, fingers crossed with a fair wind, make sure that it's edited and live. So if you see that reel, all you need to do is tag your besties and share it onto your stories, and that will automatically enter you for the giveaway. So with a hamper, I always want to make it just extraordinary, something that is like a collection of my favorite brands. And let me tell you, we've got so many exceptional things. I think I told you guys last week that LK Bennett and Autumnal skincare have both agreed to split up the £1,000 gift cards into 10 £100 gift vouchers. So there is going to be a £100 LK Bennett gift voucher and a £100 Gatineau skincare. So just to show you the branding, this is Autumnal Paris. It's the most incredible luxury skincare brand. Beautiful products. I'm obsessed with the moisturizer, but my everyday is the toner. I've also been trying out the gradual tan, so I will let you know my thoughts on that. And then LK Bennett needs absolutely no introduction whatsoever. £100 gift voucher for LK Bennett, which is just incredible. But you are also going to get a beautiful embroidered Fable bag with a stunning bamboo handle, literally brand spanking new, just the most gorgeous brand. It also comes with a shoulder strap, beautiful inside, and get all of your bits and pieces in there. So whether you want to have that yourself or whether you actually in fact want to gift that as well, then you are also going to get a Noble Macmillan notepad. You know what, I'm going to open this just so that you can see how stunning this is. A gorgeous notepad with a little sausage dog, so you can write all of your dreams, your desires, your goals, your strategy, and well, whatever you wish, you can pop in there. So I'm going to tie that ribbon back up so that is beautifully gift wrapped. I just wanted to show you what it looked like inside. That is going in there. Then a few more skincare goodies. Trini London. This is the BFF Cream Skin Perfector 30. Then also Iborium Skin Hero Glow, and this is the ginseng one. Then a little bit of Romilly Wild, both the Night Duty Face Cream and the I Believe Eye Serum. So you are going to have the most exceptional skin. Then the Only Curls Curl Cleansing Shampoo Bar. I actually think this was in one of my previous Luxury by Leonora hampers. I swear by them, absolutely love them. That is the boys being very naughty. Then I absolutely adore this, and I've been very lucky. The head plan is so supportive, and they always provide their journals for my Luxury by Leonora hampers. This is their gratitude journal. I would be nowhere without this. I absolutely adore it, so I can't wait for one of you to love it as much as I do. So that is going in there. Let's pop that one actually at the back there. Then all the skincare at the front. Then also, I mean, one of my favorite candles of all time, this is the Bamford Rosemary, Geranium and Sicilian Lemon. I wish you could smell this. It is absolutely outstanding. It will transport you to another world of tranquility. It is calming, it's fresh. It literally smells as though you would be in a spa yet greenhouse. Unbelievable. One of my absolute favorites. So that is going in there. And then the final little piece de la resistance is a beautiful little jewelry box from Wintour, another female founded brand in gorgeous Hermes orange. And basically it's a little travel jewelry box, beautiful leather. It's got a little magnet as well, like so, the popper at the front. So if you are traveling with a few different necklaces or possibly earrings, could even be for your cufflinks, those are going to be safely tucked away in there. So it's kind of like an invisible hamper, because you will also have the £100 LK Bennett gift card, as well as the £100 Gatineau skincare gift voucher. So that is this month's Luxury by Leonora hamper, filled with the most beautiful goodies. We're also going to have a little look at, in terms of whether it is worldwide, depending upon postage. We're going to have this weighed and just check how much it would be to ship it somewhere, and what the kind of like taxes and that sort of thing looks like. So fingers crossed we will be able to ship it worldwide, but in the meantime, please hit the subscribe button and let me know your thoughts on the hamper below. But just to give you a real close-up, isn't it beautiful? I mean, I'm so pleased with the way that the linen liners turned out, and the gorgeous little buckles. You could put so many things in here, and I just love that bamboo strap. It's really like a take on the Gucci bag. It's beautiful. Got that Noble Macmillan. I mean, I just love these so much, and I truly hope you do. So that is this month's Luxury by Leonora hamper, and keep your eyes peeled for the reel, because I'll be filming that tomorrow. So future Leonora will be filming it, and then it'll be edited and it will be live, fingers crossed, by the time you see this. But anyway, let's head back to the kitchen. I've got a few emails to do, and then we're going to make this scrumptious miso soup together. Back in our favourite spot, and it is most certainly time for some miso soup. It's so simple yet so delicious, and of course the nutritional values that you get from it are incredible, and it's also really easy to make. Now, there are so many different recipes out there, and it kind of depends upon, again, what you have in the fridge. You can kind of whack anything in it, but there are some things that you kind of really do need. So I always start off with garlic and ginger. You're going to need white miso paste. I'd recommend 3 to 4 tablespoons, and instead of sort of dolloping it into your actual soup or stock, I'd actually pop it into a jug, boiling water, and almost make a paste first so that there are no lumps and bumps. Always need spring onions. They're delicious, and they add such a scrumptious, very sort of Asian taste to it. Then you're going to need some silky tofu. This is from Plant Living. It's organic, and also to make sure that you've also got the firm tofu. Otherwise it's going to all crumble up and break up. It's not the end of the world. However, I would recommend, as I said, the firm tofu. Now I've got some mushrooms in the fridge, so I'm going to whack some mushrooms in. I'm going to pop some spinach in that I think has seen better days. And then I've got some gorgeous British Cavaliero Nero that I'm also going to pop in. Sometimes I might sort of crumble a few peanuts on the top, chopped coriander, and something that I made earlier. I feel like I'm on a cooking program. We had roast chicken the other evening, and I've literally popped the chicken carcass in a big pot, and it's been in the Arga for a few days. I popped some water in there, and look, it has made some gorgeous stock. So it has been in the fridge, so it has sort of turned into a bit of jelly, but that is the good stuff right there. So I've actually just popped it on the hob to sort of loosen it as such, and then I'm going to strain this, and this is going to be the stock. I mean, oh, the chicken. So you can use vegetable stock, chicken stock, and really this is the best of the best bone broth you could make. It has been in the Aga for quite a few days. This chicken is so tender. And what I'm going to do is actually just shred the chicken out and actually pop a tiny bit of the chicken into my miso soup. Be warm, healthy, and utterly delicious. So you can use every single part of your chicken, even after you may have had it for dinner. Make it into a bone broth, and then make that bone broth into vegetable soup, miso soup, and so on. Anyway, I'm going to wait until that warms up a little bit. In the meantime, I'm going to sort of shred the chicken, pop the chicken into a bowl, and then we're going to start making this miso soup. I have stripped the chicken, and I'm now just going to pop all of that bone broth into a very big saucepan. Oh, there we go. A few little other chickeny bits I'm sure I can pick out as well. Just so that we've got all of that gold liquid. And those are all the bones and other sort of carcassy bits that we don't need. Absolutely delicioso. I'm going to save that big chunk for our soup. You can kind of then fish your way through this as well, because there are some rather chunky chicken bits, and it's amazing. I actually popped the legs and obviously all of the meat underneath the carcass and what they call the oysters that are just underneath the breast of the chicken, but the other side of the carcass. And there's so much meat. I've got a whole bowl over there. Anyway, that, ladies and gentlemen, is pure gold and is going to be the base of our miso soup. I may add a tiny bit more stock, just because I am making a rather large batch, but this is our chicken. Perfect. And I'm now going to just actually fry up some garlic and some ginger, and then actually pop it into here, just because I want it to cook first. What I should have actually really done is done that before I poured the bone broth, but silly me. So I've just popped a little bit of sesame oil, and I'm just letting those just sizzle away for a couple of minutes before placing into our bone broth. Okay, so whilst that is simmering away, just having a quick little tidy, and up next I've got my boiling water in a jug, and I'm going to put 3 tablespoons of this miso paste in. I could probably finish off this pot. That would be perfect. And then kind of, it depends upon your taste preference. I'd start off with 3. As we always say, you can always add more, but you can't take it away. So sort of pop 3 in, see what you think flavor-wise, and if it needs a touch more, then pop another tablespoon in. And then just create the paste. Just keep mixing mixing until you've created a miso paste. Because if you pop the big tablespoons into the soup, you're going to break up all the other vegetables and actually probably not get rid of the big lump of miso paste. And so this way, there's going to be no lumps and bumps. And then kind of at the last moment, we're going to add the spinach and the spring onions. So we're going to pop the miso in and the tofu. I just need to blotch the tofu just to make sure it's not too wet. Made in the Japanese way for an authentic, softer texture. High in protein, helping you live holistically. All of that. I also love the picture that they did on here. They've got like grilled, got like grilled tofu. And trust me, I feel like tofu is extremely underrated. And I think that's just because people don't know how to cook it properly. It can be so delicious, and you can just be really inventive with the different recipes you can do. Like, it looks to me like they've grilled that with sesame oil and sprinkled sesame seeds on the top. And my battery's flashing, so I'm gonna keep stirring this and making sure there's no lumps and bumps. I'm gonna change my battery and we're gonna be back at our pot before we pour our miso paste in. Now, because the tofu actually only takes about 5 minutes or so to cook, you kind of want to leave it simmering until your chard and mushrooms are sort of fully cooked through. This is where you could also add maybe some shiitake mushrooms, maybe some nori, any of those delicious sort of Japanese and Asian scrumptious dried veggies. I, on the other hand, I'm actually going to just keep it quite simple. I'm going to add a touch of salt, pinch beautiful salt, and then I'm going to do a taste test just to see whether I need to add any more miso. Yum, absolutely yummy, because it is only me and Marcus eating it. I shall double dump the spoon. I think I am going to add actually a tiny bit more salt and some more miso, and then I'm going to add the tofu and then add the spinach, and then we're going to sprinkle the chicken and the spring onions on the top. Yum de la scrum. I'll pop a lid on it. There we go. Voila, and I'm off to go and make some more miso paste. It is time to add the tofu, and we're just going to plonk that in. Basically, it's just going to warm through. And, absolutely perfect. I've got some absolutely exhausted sausage dogs down here. The sous chefs are having a snooze. Pop those in. Oh, the smell is insane, and I've left those garlic cloves whole, so I adore garlic, and considering Marcus is going to have a bowl of this for his lunch too, we'll both have stinky garlic breath. Doesn't matter. Right, so I'm going to let that just simmer for a further 5 minutes. In the process, I'm just going to pop some bowls in the warming oven. We will just pop a tiny bit of that spinach in there as well in a couple of minutes, because it will literally take 2 seconds for the spinach to wilt. And then I'm going to sprinkle the chicken and the spring onions, and Bob's your uncle. She's finished. Touch of spinach. I say a touch, it looks like a lot, but I promise that will boil down into practically nothing. Give it another little whirl around. Try not to stir it too much because we don't want to break up that tofu. And then that is going to be unbelievably delicious. I know it might not look it, but trust me, it is a banger of a miso soup. here we go. She is ready and looking unbelievable. So I've got myself a ladle and a gorgeous bowl. And you know me by now, guys. It's all about presentation. Just gonna get some of that delicious broth and then try and some of those mushrooms, and with any luck I'll have some of those large garlic cloves. Ooh, yum de la scrum. A few more tofu bits. There we go. Make sure that's in there. Okay, I'm gonna put the lid back on. Gonna pop some chicken pieces in. Obviously the chicken is optional, however, I had it, so I'm gonna use it. And then sprinkle on the top some spring onions. And I tell you what, for a touch more protein, I might add a few crushed peanuts on the top. Make it almost into a bit of a faux. Now, it wouldn't be a Leonora vlog without a taste test, so it's good. It's so good. So of course, with any of my cooking or baking vlogs, the recipe is going to be in that description box down below. But with this, you can kind of add anything, like I said, that was in your fridge, whether it might be a moldy looking courgette or maybe some carrots, but there is kind of like a basic miso soup that I try to follow. And then just sort of sprinkle little bits and pieces of things I might have in my fridge. So, I am going to sit down and most certainly enjoy this, but I truly hope you guys have enjoyed this vlog. It's sort of been an at-home morning routine, a gorgeous, slightly frantic dog walk this morning, some beautiful drone footage of the sun, although now it's looking really overcast and rather gloomy, I must admit. And then my vitamins, my absolute go-to game changers that honestly I couldn't recommend enough, and my Luxury by Leonora hamper. So make sure to subscribe, enjoy it. And any of you that try my miso soup recipe, let me know what you think in the comments down below. And thank you so much for watching. I'll see you on the next one.